What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I noticed in the last video I didn't even introduce myself. My name's Luke, and today though we're gonna go over my 2023 Kawasaki Vulcan S and all the modifications I've done to it. So to being honest with you, the reason I chose the Kawasaki Vulcan S was because it's a really good platform. Like, it has a lot, it's based around the Ninja 650 engine. And even though Kawasaki hasn't officially released many mods yet, there's still plenty of aftermarket parts coming out of Asia. I mean, that's actually where a lot of mine came from. But enough about that, let's start talking about them. So, the modifications I've done was, with this, like I said originally in the last video, this was the cafe style. So this originally was a bullet style fairing. Me, I like going on long trips. That bullet style fairing was not good for them long trips. But with this windshield, this is actually a Kawasaki official windscreen. This is for their Vulcan S series. And I was thinking, I want to say this was large or extra large. But then, because me being a taller guy, I threw on this little Kimimoto accessory visor. And that was to help keep bugs out of my face and everything else like that. And also to help with the speakers. The audio system I have on here is actually one of the Bose audio systems. It's just a little Bluetooth amplifier underneath my seat that I've wired up to the battery. Well, partially to the battery. And as you can see, there's my Rockform phone mount. I mean my quad lock phone mount. And then actually over here, if you look kind of back there just a little bit, right there, you can see where I have my USB port for charging devices. And I do have the actual wireless charger for my quad lock. God, I want to say Rockform, but because I used to have a Rockform. It was nice. And honestly, I can't really tell. I want to say Rockform and quad lock are almost on par with each other in my opinion. And then we do have this little screen right here. Is actually for a front facing and rear facing dash cam. At the current moments, I do not have the cams hooked up because I was actually trying to run a Batwing fairing on this, and so right now the camera was still hooked up to the Batwing fairing. The reason I had to change my mind on the Batwing fairing was because, well, the oil weight in the forks was not a heavy enough oil weight to handle the weight of the Batwing. Let's see, another little thing while we're up here. I'm gonna go to the other side here in a second. But I did get the Kawasaki official engine guard crash bars. And as you can see, I have a couple, or go ahead, make fun of me. But now moving on, this is actually two of the mods that Kawasaki doesn't have. I got both of these off of AliExpress, being my floorboards and my heel toe shifter for this bike. Because I mean, when I told Kawasaki I was trying to take this on long cruises, they were like, and I was like, y'all got any floorboards for this? They're like, oh no, actually no we don't. Went on to AliExpress and man, found floorboards, and I found heel toe shifter. And yeah, now I actually have nice, comfortable cruise. Now, as I was saying with the audio, how it's connected partially to the battery. So technically, it's connected to this switch. This top switch is the audio, this bottom switch is for my dash cams. And that way, neither one of those will end up draining the battery. Because, you know, they will if you let them. Now moving on, this is not really an accessory as much as just a cool looking thing that I was like, ooh. I also got this one off of AliExpress. And I was just like, okay. Because I mean, originally the Vulcan comes with basic, nothing, no design here. Just a piece of metal like that. Alright, moving on to the saddlebags. These are actually, they're knockoff Harley full-size bags. And I mean, it's amazing. Got a great amount of space. Ooh, I didn't put the plug in there. That's my fault. I mean, I did put on the top rails so I can have extra little hooks and storage spots. And now next, we're gonna move over here to the seat, where if you look right here, you'll see that I have a driver's backrest. That was another of the AliExpress. However, I think I've actually been starting to see these on Amazon. So if I can find an Amazon link for you guys, I'll put that in the bottom too. Didn't mention the tank bag, but I mean, it's just a tank bag. It's just the cheapest one Amazon had, actually, which had the little map holder right here. Oh, and then I didn't mention this. This cable right here is actually my tether cable for my airbag vest. And I would recommend possibly checking out an airbag vest, especially if you're doing some crazy stuff on your bike. Now moving on back here. Right now, I was gonna say, if people looked in the comments of my last video, you'll notice that my buddy Keyfob, Adventures Keyfob, said, "It looks like you're missing a tour pack." Well, that's right. Technically, I originally built this with an actual, like, full-size Harley tour pack back here. However, most of the aftermarket mounts for tour packs for the Kawasaki Vulcan S cannot handle the weight of the Harley tour pack. It's a big tour pack. But while I don't have that, and my friend Keyfob has that, I do have my saddleman pack on the back and sitting in the back seat, so I still have storage options on my bike. And so, last thing I want to do is not be able to store a lot on the bike and take a big trip. Alright now. But now moving on to back here. I was gonna say, the big thing that most people were like, "Oh, that's not gonna happen." So my trailer hitch is actually designed for a 1980s Harley Softail. All I had to do was re-drill a hole so that it would fully mount up. That was it. Of course, though, as most people who know the Vulcan S would realize that, oh wait, its rear turn signals are missing. Now, because of the trailer hitch, I did have to do a little bit of a mod, because it literally would only let me have like that much space between and so the turn signal is actually sitting like this way to try to hold it in there. So I did a little bit of a mod and did these lights right here for my blinkers on the saddlebags. Yes, that is all of the mods at the current moment that are still on the bike. And of course, as you can see, I do have some stickers in the front supporting Shade Tree Surgeon. Because you know what, that guy makes some great content. And these are actually some of the stickers he sells on his website, brapstars.com. So if you like some of the stickers you see on my bike, go check out his shop. So actually, while editing the video, I realized there was a couple mods I forgot to touch on. One of them being my Atlas throttle lock. So basically, this is just a motorcycle cruise control that you can use on anyone. I got the bottom one just because it's a little bit easier, so I mean, doesn't interfere with the start button at all. But yet, and I mean, when you pull it open, doesn't stop it. That's how much wiggle I have. I do need to edit that, but that's one of those. Going down the road, highway cruising, click that top button where those lines are right there. Boom. Holds my throttle in that position, or whatever position I change it to. And to cancel it, just hit that X, and boom, pops right back. Like I said, still the wiggle room. And the other one I forgot is actually my rear view mirror for the bike.
I can't say too much on this just yet. I haven't had a real good chance to use it, so once I get a chance to use it, I definitely will let y'all know what I think about it. I mean, from just like looking at it and everything, it looks nice. After I got a position, it looks like it would function right. So I mean, I just got to go on a good old cruise and test it out. But those are the only 2 mods I kind of left out. So now back to the video.
But for today, that's going to be it. And thank you guys for checking out the channel again. Like I said, all the accessories and stuff that I've done to the bike will be in the description below, to where you have a link to go get them. Till then, ride safe.